Hello everyone, and welcome to my first video in a series of phonics videos. 这个视频是这个系列的第一集. So, today we're going to look at 6 letters S, A, T, P, I, and N. So, we're going to first sound the letters out, and then we're going to put them together in words. Okay, so why don't we have a look at the first letter? Our first letter is S. Now, S is the name of the letter. S 是它的名字。那但是它的发音呢 the sound is different. 是什么发音呢 What's the sound? S, S, S. Now, how can we remember that? 我们怎么记住这个声音？What we can do is think about what animal does the S look like? 它的形状看起来是什么动物呢？看起来一条蛇，对不对 ？Looks like a snake. 那 snake 发了什么发音呢 ？So that's our first letter. Now you can see we have a big S.A very big S, and we have a small S. So 每个字母有大的有小的。Now S 比较简单 ，S 的形状 big, small 都一样they are the same. 但是其他的字母有不一样的形状。So we'll have a look as we go through the series. Okay, now let's look at word number 1. Okay, our first word is S, Let's put it together. 我们连起来 S, 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 sa, sa, Sun, sun. Okay, now let's make a sentence with sun. 我们用 sun 来造句子吧。Let's say太阳很热 The sun is hot. Okay, let's write it. The sun is hot. Okay, 我们一起说吧。The sun is hot. Excellent, very good. Now, let's look at word number 2. Our second word. S, A, D. S, A, D. Okay, let's put them together. 我们连起来 S, A, S, A, sa, sad. 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 Okay, let's say it together. 一起说 sad. Very good. Okay, 那 sad 是什么 ？sad 是伤心。Okay, so he's very sad. He's crying. He's crying. Okay, now let's look at word number 3. Our third word has 4 letters. 这个单词有4个字母 4 letters. So let's sound them out first. 我们先品一品 S, W, I, Okay, let's put them together. Sw, sw, swi, swi, swim, swim, swim. Okay, very good. Now, let's make a word. Let's make a sentence using swim. Okay, why don't we say I can swim. 我能游泳 Okay, say it after me. I can swim. I can swim. Very good. Okay, now we've finished all of our S words. Now we're going to look at this letter. This is the second letter. 第二个字母 Now, 它的名字是 A. Yeah, the name is A. 但是发音呢 And also, if we look, you can see the big letter and the small letter, 大的跟小的不一样的形状 ，different 不一样是 different，yeah， 但是发音都是Okay, let's look at word number 1. Okay, our first word. Oh, 这个 e 没有发音，不发的。So let's try it. Apple, apple, apple. Okay, now let me explain about these symbols here. 我给你解释一下为什么我这样画。这个我圈出来，就是意思是要单独发的。这个是那如果我画一个线，意思是连读的 ，yeah，so 一起发的，两个 p 就是 p。So apple, apple， 将来我经常用这样的方法 ，yeah，so this is apple. Okay, let's look at word number 2. Okay, this word. Then we've got our x, x, 它的发音是 x, 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 x. And this e as well, we don't pronounce it, yeah, 不发的. So, all we have is axe, axe, axe. You can say it. Axe. Very good. Okay, now let's move on to our next one. Oh, this little guy. Right, first let's sound out the letters. 我们先拼出来吧，拼一拼。A, t, a, t. Right, so let's see. A, ant, ant, ant. Okay, very good. Now ant 就是蚂蚁 right? So that is our last word for A's. Now we're going to look at T. The name of this letter is T. 它的名字是 T. What's the sound? 它的发音呢 What's the sound? Okay, let's look at word number 1. Okay, number 1. Let's sound it out. 我们拼一拼 t, e, t, e, t, e, t, e, te, te, ten, ten. Okay, so we know 10 is a number. Let's count to 10. 我们数到 10 吧 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent work. Okay, now let's look at the second word. 我们看第二个 T 的单词吧 Right, this one we've got and then number 2. 刚刚学过的是什么发音呢？苹果的开头是什么？ I know. And then our last one. So let's put them together. 连起来。tap, tap, tap. Okay, very good. Let's look at the next word. Right, now this word has got 4 letters as well. 还有4个字母的单词. Let's have a look at this one. So we've got t, t, t. And then 学过的 t, t, ta, tank, tank, tank. Okay, excellent. Now, that's the first 3 letters done. Now we're going to look at the second set of letters, which is starting with P. P is the name of this letter. 它的名字是 P. What's the sound 呢？发音呢 ？What's the sound? The sound is P, 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 P. Okay, shall we look at word number 1? Here's word number 1. So, we've got P, E, P, E, Okay, let's put them together. 连起来吧。P, E, P, E, P, P, Pen. Pen. Very good. Okay, it's time to look at our second word. Haha, he looks happy. Let's sound out the letters. 我们先拼出来吧。P, E, G. Right, now we need to put them together. 我们连起来。P, E, P, E, P, P, G. Pig. Pig. Okay, very good. Now, we're going to look at the next word. Okay, this letter is I. I. 它的名字是 I. The name is I. What's the sound? The sound is E, E, E. E, E, E. Let me hear you. 你说吧。E, E, E. Very good. Okay, let's look at word number 1. Oh, this is a bit of a tricky one. So, this one's got 5 letters. 5个字母. It's got 5 letters. So, we've got I, G, L, and then this is our first one together. 它们是一起发的。两个 O 在一起是是猴子的声音。So, let's put it together. 我们连起来吧。I, G, ig, igloo, 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 igloo. Okay, can you say it? 你说吧。Igloo, igloo. Okay, very good. Now, let's look at our next word. Our next word is I, K. Let's put them together. I, ink, ink, ink. 墨水就是 ink. Now, what color is this ink? 这个 ink 是什么颜色呢？ What's the color? This is black ink. Black. Black. Can you say that for me? 你们说吧。Black. 哇，我们说黑色的墨水。Black ink. Bing bong. Very good. Okay, now let's move on to our next word. So, we're going to look at the letter N. Now, the name is N. 它的名字是 N. What's the sound? Okay, so our first word has 4 letters. Oh, 我们学过的。What's this one? 是蛇的形状。那蛇发了什么发音呢？I remember. And this one as well. 也学过的。This one is. So we've got 4 here. Now, why don't we put them together? 我们连起来吧。So we've got nest. Nest. Can you say it? nest. Very good. Now, let's look at word number 2. Wow, look at this guy. Ranger. How do we say that? So, we've got 2 N's this time. Look, 1, 2. So, 我们好好拼吧. We've got I. Now this one is j. 学过的 Let's put it together. 连起来 I ni nin ninja 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 ninja. Can you say it? Ninja. Very good. Okay, let's look at our next word. Our next word is e. And these two are together. 一起发的都是 k 的发音。k k. Now let's put it together. Ne neck neck neck. This is my neck here. Neck. Okay, very good. Now we've learned all of our letters. Now why don't we have a practice? 现在我们可以练习吧. Let's have a little practice with some of these words. So, up the top we have all of the letters we've learned. Yeah, 都是学过的 SATPIN. And we have a word, we have a picture next to all of them to remind us. 可以提醒我们怎么发的. So, number 1, we've got the sun. Sun. Number 2, apple. And then we've got 10 for this one. Pig for this one. Igloo, probably the most difficult. And we've got neck. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to look at these words. And I want you to tell me which one I'm saying. So, what we're going to do, we're going to say 1 and 2. I'm going to choose a word. 我来选一个，然后你要说 1 或者 2。你觉得我说的 number 1 的话，你就说 1. 你觉得我说的是 number 2 的话，你说 2. So, okay, let me try. I'm going to say which one. I'm going to say nap. Now, is that number 1? Or is it number 2? 1或者 2. 我再来一遍. I'll say it one more time. Nap. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, I said number 1. So, 如果你选 number 1, 你就是选对了的. Yeah, you're right. You got the right answer. Nap. 是 nap. Excellent. Okay, now let's read number 2 together. 我们一起拼 number 2 吧. So we've got 舌的发音. What's that? And then we've got, oh, let's have a look. Which one's this one? 我们看看下面. It's this one. What's this? Oh, apple. 那 apple 的开头是什么? Oh, so sa. Now what's this one? Oh, this is 10 的开头. 10. So sat. Okay, very good. Now let's go to practice 2. Now we've got 2 new words. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to have 1 and 2. I will say one of these words. You have to choose the one I say. Yeah? 我说的哪一个你就选哪一个. So, let's have a try. I'm going to say sit. Sit. Is that number 1 or number 2? Sit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Now, which one is it? Is it 1 or is it 2? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It was number 2. Number 2. I said it. Sit. So, if you chose number 2, you are correct. Yeah? Okay. Now, let's read number 1 together. 我们一起拼 number 1 吧. So, we've got p, p, p. Apple 的 and then we've got neck 的 p, pan. 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 Okay. Excellent work. Now, we're going to go on to practice 3. Number 3. Here we go. We've got 2 new words, and we're going to do the same thing. Number 1 or number 2? Okay. I'm going to say tap. Tap. Is that number 1 or is that number 2? Number 1 or number 2? I'll say it one more time. 我再来一遍. Tap. Tap. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, time's up. What one did you choose? Is it 1 or 2? Is it 1 or 2? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It was number 2. Number 2 was the correct answer. Okay, excellent. If you chose number 2, you got it right. Now, let's read number 1 together. 我们一起拼 number 1 吧. Let's look at number 1. So we've got p, pig, 的开头 p, p, p. Apple, 的开头 and 10, 的开头 t, t, t. So p, a, t, p, a, pa, pat, pat, pat. Okay, excellent. Now we've got 2 more to go. Let's go to practice 4. Okay, now we've got 3 words. 3 words to choose from. 1, 2, and 3. So this is a bit more difficult now. Let me choose one. I'm going to say nip. Nip. Is nip number 1, number 2, or number 3? Nip. Nip. Okay, this is a bit harder. So, 加油. Let's see if you can get it right. Right, 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Was it 1? Was it 2? Was it 3? It was number 2. Number 2. Nip. N. I. Nip. Nip. Okay. Now we're going to cross that out. We're going to say bye nip. Bye nip. And now we've got number 1 and number 3. Okay. Let's do it one more time. 我们再来一遍. One more time. I'm going to say tip. Tip. Is that number 1 or is that number 3? Number 1 or number 3? Tip. Tip. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Was it number 1 or was it number 3? 1, 3, 1, 3. It was number 1. Number 1. Let's see. We did t, I, p, tip, tip, tip. Excellent. So, bye number 1. We're going to say bye to number 1, and we're going to read number 3 together. Yeah? 我们来一起拼 number 3 吧. Let's read number 3 together. So pig 的 p, apple 的 and ten, the 10. So we've got pat, pat. Okay. Whew, we're doing well. Now we've got one more practice to go. 最后的练习. Yeah, this is the last one. So let's have a look. Now, this one has 4 letters. Yeah, so we only have 2 words. 只有2个单词 1 and 2. 2 words. 但是2个都包括4个字母 4 letters. 4 letters. So let's listen carefully. 我们认真听，我选哪一个 Which one will I choose? I'm going to say spin. Spin. Is that number 1 or is that number 2? Spin. Number 1 or number 2? Spin. Okay, 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Spin is number 1. Number 1 is spin. 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 Okay, let's read number 2 together. 我们一起拼 number 2 吧. So we've got pig 的 p, igloo 的 neck, and sun 或者 snake. Okay, so let's do it. Pins. Okay, very good. So that is the end of the first lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. On our next class, we're going to look at the next 6 letters, yeah? So, 下一个视频我们就再看6个新的字母 yeah? So, I will see you next time. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.